human rights feminist and activist talking about women's movement in Kurdistan. The floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Today I'm here to tell you about the great women of Kurdistan and their story in different fractions of our parts. First, I'd like to start to tell you about the Yazidi woman, who is the media's most covered case right now. Those women were kidnapped and used as sex slaves by ISIS since 2014. They are a minority of Bashur, which is the Iraqi part of Kurdistan, South Kurdistan. And right now, the most known Yazidi woman, Nadia Murad, just received a Nobel Prize for her work. I'd like to tell you about them because there are 3,000 Yazidi women who are still missing. And right now we have no idea how to get them back. They are kidnapped and used as sex slaves for several years. Very young women, almost teenagers, children, for the only reason that the interpretation of the Islamic State of their religion thinks that they are allowed to use them since they don't have the same belief. They were freed thanks to the YPJ, who are the women's protection unit of Syria, and who fight very hard to free all of the cities from Daesh and to get those young women back since 2014. The YPJ is using the democratic confederalism ideology created by Abdullah Öcalan, who is the leader of PKK and is jailed on Imrali prison for 20 years now. The ideology believes that in every leader's position there should be co-chairs as a man and woman, and who should work hand in hand together on an equal level. Right now, the leaders of the HDP party from Bakur, the Turkish side, are imprisoned. Both of them, Salahattin Demirtas and Yükselen, who are in prison for 3 years right now. And I'd like also to pay tribute to 3 Kurdish women who were killed in 2013 in Paris, shot by an assassin from the Turkish government, called Sakine, Fidan and Leyla, who are very strong symbols for the Kurdish women we are, and for the proud of our fight, and which keeps us going. Women have always been part of the Kurdish movement. They also always had a special role. They've always been involved in social structures such as political parties or political movements. They helped to build the PKK movement in 1978. They have always been part of HDP. They always had a special role since lots of Kurds are feminists. It's not something usual from our nation to make a difference between men and women. There is something as the Jjinology, which is the ideology of women, that is an entire study around women, where there are only women's classes, academical courses in the mountains, they're guerrilla fighters, they study among themselves, they teach each other to read, to write, they study philosophy while having a break from the battles. There are conferences about women they organize to try to improve the conditions of women around the world, so it's not something within our own nation. They travel, and since it is a party with a major number of women, they have access to other parts of the world than only with Kurdistan, and they work with lots of women around the world, like in Switzerland, France, Germany. There are a lot of them there, which is great. Kurdistan is divided into 4 parties since 1923, since the Treaty of Lausanne. There's the Turkish part called Bakur, the Syrian part called Rojava, there's the Iranian part called Rojalat, and there's the Iraqi part called Bashur. And all of them have their own army fraction, and within all of them there is a women's army and a mixed army. So Kurds in general have as I already said, they have a very special place of equality for women and work hand in hand against the occupied, the colonialists who occupy us, and also against the Islamic State, who is a threat to the entire world at this point. The Islamic State was also the first reason Kurds were well known since 2014, because I think I can safely say that all of our countries were kind of threatened by their movement. YPJ had 7,000 women in 2014 and more than 25,000 women in 2016. They were criticized a lot by human rights in general for using children, as they might call it, but people there have no choice than to fight. They don't have the freedom to go to university because there are battles. They don't have the freedom to start a family because their safety is threatened. So teenagers, women's teenagers, boys teenagers, they join the army to fight for their own safety and for the safety of their families since a very young age. It is not something as an age where, like, here we know that when you are 18 you're an adult. There it's culturally it's not like this. As soon as you can be kidnapped and used as a sex slave and threatened and tortured by ISIS, you can already also be old enough to fight against them. And freedom has a price. They know it. It's kind of strange for us because we see very young people getting to the army. But we have to understand that they are in such a position where they have no choice. And they know that on the long term, their fight, even if they're young, will bring something. And this is just a fight for freedom. I guess that if we were in their position, we would also do the same. And we wouldn't think about how old we are, because there's something greater, and this is the safety of your neighborhoods, your family, your own, and those of your sisters and brothers too. So yeah, I'd like to pay tribute to the brave Kurdish women around the world, no matter from which army or political fraction. They all fight for their freedom. They're all an example of heroism around the world. And I'd like to also thank all the foreigners who joined them, women and men, with the fight against Daesh. And I'd also like to ask you a question, because some of the foreigners or some Kurdish women who grew up in Europe, like myself, but who joined the army there, had issues with the law when they came back to their own countries, because we are kind of seen as terrorists, unfortunately. Even though the whole world knows that we fight the terrorists who beheaded so many journalists against the world, who is a general threat to humanity and not just to one nation or one ethnicity. I'd like to ask you if you think that it's a moral thing to jail someone who risked their life to travel and fight a terrorist group who would not hesitate to behead your sister and your mother if they came to you in front of your door. Those women right now are about to face jail in different countries. Like a friend of mine who's in Denmark is getting 9 months of prison because she went to Syria to fight, and Denmark doesn't bat an eye about the fact that it was against a bigger terrorist group. They just think that she went there to fight with Kurds, so she's a terrorist herself. So is it right for us here to judge people this way, who are also fighting for our freedom, so that we can live in peace, that our children can go to school and just grow up in a safe environment? Please think about it. Thank you.